got a Meg. Woo! Tate's Nature Show, baby.
Tate's Nature Show. Tate's Nature Show. Tate's Nature Show. Whoa, whoa. Let's go! Yeah! Tate's Nature Show. Tate's Nature Show. Wow! Tate's Nature Show. Whoa, whoa.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tate's Nature Show. I'm here in Charleston, South Carolina, and today we're gonna go look for shark's teeth. Prehistoric shark's teeth. So should be a lot of fun. We're gonna kayak out to an island and just see what happens, see what we can find. You can find some really good stuff out here, and this is gonna be a really exciting one. So let's go. Feels good to be back in the kayak again. It's been a little bit cold out, so haven't been doing much kayaking, but feels good. Back in the saddle. So here we go. Gotta get through the teeth. They're waiting. Gotta find the Megalodon. No, but for real, so shark tooth hunting is a really big hobby amongst people. Like, people get really fixated on it, and it's really cool to come out here and find these prehistoric shark's teeth. Some shark's teeth that you can find in this area, you know, can be up to like 30 million years old even. So pretty awesome to see things that have been buried down for so long come back up for us to view and hold on to. So a lot of times when I am running some shark tooth trips or whatever, something I like to say to people is like, think about this. I mean, it's completely obvious, but you are going to be the first person to ever hold this shark's tooth in your hand that could be upwards of, you know, 2, 10, 15, 20 million years old. It's pretty crazy to think about. Alright, so as you can see, we made it to the Charleston Harbor. You can see with that Ravenel Bridge in the background. And naturally, this harbor is very shallow. As you can see right next to us, there is a strip boat that is on its side. Right here, we're probably in only like 6 to 8 feet of water. And so with that being said, they have to dredge to allow really large ships to come in here. And that's where we're headed. Right over here, that is Crab Bank. That is a seabird and shorebird sanctuary. And that's where they put dredge materials. So that's why we're gonna be finding shark's teeth out there today, because all that sediment sitting up there, there's sediment and mud that has been buried down in the harbor for millions and millions of years. So I'm excited. Let's just see what it's all about. Here's another view of us pulling up here. Pretty cool sky today. I mean, it's like 1 p.m. Looks like that. So really awesome. I'm ready. Let's get it. All right, we made it here. We pulled up our kayaks because it's like, of course, low tide. That's the time that you want to come look for teeth, because you got more beach. I don't know what's going on over here, but they aren't in any water. All right, everybody. So we just pulled up on this bird sanctuary called Crab Bank. And you know, the purpose of this whole island is not for people to come out and find shark's teeth, right? That's just an added bonus. You're only allowed to come out here in the winter months because this entire island is protected for our shorebirds and seabirds. There are migratory shorebirds and seabirds that come from places like Brazil that nest here in the summer months. And in that time, the entire beach is closed, and all the time, this area is closed beyond the highest high tide line, and this is going to be where those birds are nesting. Now, this was only built 3 years ago, but maybe one day we'll be able to come out here and see 10,000 birds nesting right here on this 30-acre spot. So this is such an important area, and it's one of those things, yeah, in the winter I can come out here, look for shark's teeth, and have a great time with this dredge material, but there's some certain rules that you have to follow, right? Like, you have to be a shorebird steward when you're out here on a place that is as protected and amazing as Crab Bank. But it is still really cool that we can find shark's teeth out here. So cool to come out in the winter, but in the summertime, fully closed to all humans except for South Carolina DNR. So let's go have fun and find some shark's teeth. So out here you can find shark's tooth pretty much anywhere. If you look behind me, like, look at all this stuff that's deposited. So let me switch the camera real quick, because you can look near the water line, and then you can also look up near the high tide line. All right, the tide's coming in, so it's moving some sediment around, and look at this. Oh my gosh, this is bigger than I thought it was. But look at this here, a nice half of a tooth. Half of a great white. And it's not just big teeth out here. All shapes and sizes. Little baby. Look at this. Got another vertebrae. Isn't that pretty cool? It looks like tree rings in there. Woo! So this is made out of cartilage. Not bone, right? Because sharks are cartilaginous fish. You can also find things like this out here. This is a vertebrae from a marine mammal. You can tell. A lot bigger than that shark vertebrae there. For reference, I just walked up on this shark vertebrae. I'll put it next to the marine mammal vert. And this one's cool. It's like a good necklace vert here. So as you can see, there's plenty of teeth to find out here. I think that there's a bunch down this way. So I'm gonna go. Alright, so the shark's tooth can be anywhere out here. And so I'm kind of up the beach a little bit, but it's funny. This one right here is in somebody's footprint. So look, they stepped right on this beautiful mega-toothed shark here. Woo! That's pretty awesome, a good find. They're everywhere. I've probably stepped on so many. That wasn't my footprint, by the way, that was somebody else's. I love finding these. This is like the anterior vertebrae, or basically the tail fin vertebrae of like an ice age tuna. That's a pretty big one, which is pretty cool. You can really see it. It almost looks like the tail fin there. See that? It's pretty cool. And this is where it would connect to the rest of them. Let's see if it'll focus on it. That's pretty cool. Look, everybody. So this is something that is I just like. This is called a steinkern, and what this is basically the fossilized internal cast of a clam. See that there? You can see the whole clam in there. So essentially the clam dies and then fills with sediment, and then that sediment hardens over time, and what's left is the internal cast. Nice little paperweight here. Look at this, there's something really cool right here. And you see, it's a tooth buried right under the sand. Oh. Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh, look at that, it's missing the tip. Wow, look at that beauty right there. Woo! So that's what you get. This island, whoops. This island is built with that dredge material, right? So when it's getting blasted out of this thing, there's this thing called a cutter head in there. And that's why a lot of these might be chopped up, because these have been dug up from really far below the mud layer, right? But wow, this is what you want to find when you come out here. This is pretty awesome. Hey, hey. Woo!
So I just found part of a black skimmer beak, and you can really see how scissor-like they are, and they use this beak to feed. So they put the bottom half in the water and they're slicing through, and once they feel a fish, they can close it shut. But that's one of the birds that will nest here throughout the summertime, and they rely on this critical habitat for their nesting. So we're thankful to have this here, and sometimes you get to find cool takeaways. It's part of life, part of nature. These guys pass on, and their young will grow up here this summer.
Okay, everybody, so on the way back here, looks like we got something chilling in this mud layer. Woo! It's definitely a Megalodon. Oh! Wow, it's a half of a tooth, but look at that thing. Oh my gosh. Woo! That's a big meg chunk right there. This Megalodon, holy crap, imagine how big this shark would have been. Oh my gosh. This is like the biggest chunk I've ever found. The Megalodons can get up to about 60 feet long. So imagine, I wonder if this was a 60 footer. Holy crap, this is amazing. Gosh, look at that. Been buried down there for so long. Woo! Oh. Woo! Dude, hold on. Look how big that is. Kind of just hurt my mouth a little bit. Dude, that is sick. We got a Meg. Woo! Tate's Nature Show, baby. Oh. Alright, so we're back at our yaks. We're about to get suited up, and then we're gonna go back that way, back home, and then we'll go back and unload and see what we found. Woo! It was a great day out here. Okay, so we just got back, and it was fun. So
it got cold, eh?
It did get cold. I'm freezing, but just gonna pack the stuff up, and then later I'll lay out all the finds, and we can look at them. So we're gonna go through the finds here. Check this out. It was an awesome day out there. And keep in mind, this is with like an hour and a half of looking. So we got some really awesome whale verts here, and all of our shark vertebrae. We've got our steinkern, this, you know, fossilized clam there. And then some other cool stuff that I didn't show yet was this really big chunk of sea turtle shell. Really cool to find one that large. And then this is definitely the biggest stingray tooth plates that I've ever seen. It's probably to like a big eagle ray or something. And then of course we got our little tail fins right here, and then we'll get to the teeth. You know, you've got these guys here, these snaggletooth sharks. This, in my experience, this is probably the most common that we find around here. Then we got some bigger ones, some chunks, and then of course what I think is my 3 best finds of the day. We got the Meg here, and then we got what I believe is a Chubutensis right there, which is another megatooth species, and you got your great white species here as well. So really, really cool finds. And I mean, this was definitely the find of the day there for me. You know, I don't care that it's just a chunk. It's really, really cool to find one just that big and that heavy. So super awesome day out there. That's gonna end the video, everybody. So appreciate you tuning in. If you are new to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment if you like this kind of stuff. This was a really fun video to make, and like I said, we found some really, really cool stuff. So until next time, it's Tate's Nature Show, baby.
Looking out for them turtles, searching around for them snakes, looking for them relevant elephants, cheetah speed, woodpecking around them wiregrass plains. Wow, I'm a dolphin ball.